Hey everybody, welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way here on YouTube.
Yeah.
A couple of filler episodes, so we figured we would just come, and recap those last two.
Mm-hmm.
Because next week is about to be some mess. Um, but before we begin, if you're watching us here on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And click that notification bell so
Mm-hmm.
you know when we drop art as we are today. Uh,
Ooh, Christ
also subscribe to us
Almighty.
on Patreon.
Yes.
Let's start with Chloe and Jonathan.
Oh, I've affectionately named her La Boo Boo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what she looked like.
Yeah. Yeah. And he is he's an old man. like like he I know he 32, but like is he 32? Like, you know what
No,
I mean?
I
He's like a 40-year-old in the club to me. And
I
that's
just
no
I'm
shade.
like,
I
is he
just
a 40-year-old in the club or is she 17? Which makes that just as problematic. Let's be very clear.
yeah.
This is not about the
Yeah.
level of problematic, but like he doesn't give me so much old man as she does teenager.
Okay. That's fair. So, um
Which technically makes it worse. But anyway.
so they're all going out. We are covering episodes 8 and 9.
Hmm.
Forsa and no mas. And so in episode 8, they're all going out. They're going to meet with her stalker friend, Cariana.
Hmm.
And they're also going out to meet his homeboy, Kaner. Now, Kaner is his bestie
Hmm.
that she hates.
Coworker.
Because, yeah,
Hmm.
because she feels as though he is a big enabler
Hmm.
for Jonathan to cheat.
Yes.
Um, which, LOL. So they get to, the cantina
Hmm.
where they're all going to drink and, fellowship. And Kaner's there and she's kind of like but she's a little on edge, but when he gets there, he's like the life of the party. He's like, hey, how's it going? He's nice, he's friendly. I was kind of understand why Cariana was there because I was like, maybe that's her friend too, but it didn't seem
I
that
thought
way.
they were together, but then I was like, no, because I know
No,
nobody's getting. She ain't say like if that was her, she wasn't saying anything
no, no. So
So yeah,
Chloe tells them that she spied on him. And Kanan was like, yeah, I know, I saw y'all.
yeah,
like,
yeah, and to that, which proved your point that they was just
like
out in the open.
just out big open. So he's like, Jonathan was like, this is so unnecessary. Like, why'd you
Mhm.
have to spy on me? Like,
Mhm.
what happened to this trust thing? And she's like, well, if you didn't have a conversation with me about taking off your location, then maybe it's you guys. You guys make us crazy. Now, I want to stop there.
This is where I said,
And I understand that men are, the collective men,
mhm,
just trash, basura, all that. I get
mhm,
that, right?
mhm, mhm, mhm.
But in the words of Riley Friedman, when does personal accountability
Come into play.
take over,
Yeah,
come into play? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like hmm, like, girl, you don't see yourself out there. Like, I encourage people to have out of body experiences. Like, just have a do 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 and just look at yourself and
Mhm.
have like a girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm. No, well, she doesn't have the
she doesn't
capability
have
of
that.
do. First, well, let's go back for a moment, right? Because initially, on their way to the bar, she was what did she say? She said, I think there's a mosquito problem here. So like that alone should tell you she I don't know where she lives, but it's not here. You know what I mean?
No, this planet.
And it continued on as the episode continues and the next one comes into play. But back to this situation. The problem here is that she is teenage levels of jealous to the point where it becomes irrational because he has been unfaithful before, correct? Yes, that's what they told us.
They both have been.
They both have been unfaithful. And, that will play a part. But she keeps taking all of the conversation and being like, so you're basically trying to say that you want to cheat. And that's not what I was getting. Not put anything past the okay, let's be very clear. But that's not what I was getting from what was being said. But that is what she wanted to hear because this is what she's fixated on. She's also fixated on a lack of personal accountability because she blames his friend for being a giant enabler in this lifestyle that she swears. What does that say, though? You want to be with somebody who you think wants to everybody they come in contact with?
This is like Wendy said, like how you get him is how you get him, or something like that. I forget what she said, but basically, like when you worried so much about something, when it's like, girl, that you knew the job was dangerous when you took it, kind of thing.
Yes, and also, why do you want to be with a person who you think every single person that they come in contact with?
Yeah, I can change him.
Everybody was the here, though. Everybody was the.
Oh, everybody at the table was an I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah, please take it away.
And mainly, first of all, Jonathan was the because he was the most ineffective. Him and Cariana were the most ineffective people at this table.
Cariana was just she's like, I'm just here for the pina coladas.
She's collateral
because,
damage.
Yeah, if that's not her nigga,
ineffective because she didn't step up for her friend either. Because she let Chloe go out on the wayside and was kind of just like,
this was also all Chloe's idea. I'm just the driver. You don't need to involve me in the conversation.
True. So like conversations gets intense. So like then the next level of like was Jonathan, because he's like he's not defending Chloe, but he not necessarily not defending Kaner either.
No, not at all. No,
because he's like,
he is the ineffective one.
Yes, he's like, I can have friends, and
you sure can.
You know, and you need to like just trust me, regardless of whatever I have going on, and like you shouldn't have moved here if you didn't have this trust with me.
Agreed.
Then Kaner says, Kaner was an
Kaner's an asshole.
He wasn't wrong for a lot of it. Just say.
Also that as well, because she came in hot.
Yeah, and he's just like, you don't think it's weird that you stalking your man?
Is that the type of relationship you want to be a part of?
Right. Like they all start fighting at this table, and the reason, and Chloe is the most of an asshole because she came in prepared for a fight.
Yes.
Kaner was like, I get it. She may not have the best picture of me, but I could be civil and we could just squash this or whatever the fuck she has going on, and we could just.
She started out the gate on some, oh, well, I might like you a little bit after you said that, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she certainly came in and started it. But Kaner came in with bitchy pettiness.
He was ready to
jump.
You could tell he's the type of man that likes to argue with women.
Yes.
For fun. Like he don't want to hit women or anything, but he gets his jollies off of arguing with women.
Which I have theories on those type of men, but that's not the conversation for right
Oh.
now. Yeah, exactly. We were
Uh,
sisters, but
yeah.
but um, but yeah, he definitely came in ready to jump though. But she is the one who started it. So
Yeah.
next episode, her mother, New England's finest.
Now now this episode I happened to watch with Chris Rogers, and he had some interesting commentary that I didn't necessarily. Normally, I would have had one thought about this, but he made me realize like, mm, the mama's right here.
We'll get to that. We'll eh,
He said the mama's right here. Um,
I'm curious to see where he thought she was right because I know where I thought she was right, and then there were also
uh,
things. So her mother comes to spend the weekend. Now remember, they're from New England. This is not his first time meeting her mother. He's met her mother multiple times on different visits where she and her daughter would go, or he's gone to Boston and stayed with them. Um, but the mother is like, it's remember Chloe's only been there for a week. So the mother is like, I need to peek in on my child and see what's going on. She wants to come see where they live and so forth and so on.
drop this shit off to get out of my house.
Also that. So he's nervous, because he knows that they live a lifestyle of a certain tax bracket. And we are just literally apples and bananas here. Like there's not a comparison because we are different. We're on different lands. There's different mentalities. We have different levels of jobs, so forth and so on. So he acknowledges that he knows what her mother's expectations are, and she acknowledges what she knows her mother's expectations are, and she also acknowledges her mother's expectations are not going to be realistic ones for where they are. So
A little bit rigid
they
in her
are,
eyes.
yes. So her mother gets there, they pick her up, they go back to the crib, they tour the crib, and her mother is judgmental immediately. Immediately.
Yeah. She's a little bit high strung.
She's not only high strung, she is highfalutin. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
No.
oh, the wall is dingy. Ugh, they need repairs in here. And it's like minor repairs that you would have around anywhere. Like, she would probably walk around my apartment and say the same thing. Like, oh, I really don't want my daughter living here. So, what really got me was as they were explaining the hot water to her, which her mother is not staying there. Let's be clear. Her mother has a separate space that she's renting. Remember, hot water is not something that's common unless you pay additional for it. So they operate off of what the temperature is outside, and because it's not very cold, then the water is manageable. The mother calls their lack of hot water barbaric, and that's where I had a problem. She also talked shit about bar
that's not
soap.
where we.
And as a black lady who has doved, okay, for decades, she can go to hell with that. Like, classist and egregious to judge somebody's soap choice. The only thing I'm judging is Irish Spring. And that's because you're stripping all of your 72 parts that you're cleansing. So, but outside of that, how dare you? Now, I judge those little bars of soap
That is not
that
where.
have pubic hairs on them. Or I need
Yo,
hotels
that's
to
disgusting.
stop putting bar soap in the bathroom. Y'all have got to get some pump soap in the bathrooms for.
Oh, for the hand.
Oh,
For hand soap.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of it.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
and it's like a hard block of wax. It doesn't even feel like soap. It's probably like
It
just
doesn't feel cleansing.
straight tallow.
It doesn't feel cleansing.
No, and then you have all this like weird pump liquid shampoo and soap in the shower. You would just think you would just carry the
Hold on.
theme
Have you noticed?
on over.
Have you noticed that the hotels are starting to CVS formula, the soap and the moisture and the shampoo and conditioner where you can't remove the bottle.
Hmm.
And I'm
They
like,
do that at SLS.
they do it at a lot of hotels now. I'm like, I gotta ring the buzzer for to release this. I want to release it because I need the space. Like, I don't want to use your
Yeah.
soap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't use hotel soap anymore. Like besides everywhere I travel has a drugstore.
yes,
So I mean, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So it's
yeah,
not like
farmacia, whatever.
yeah,
Um,
you know.
but they, the mother's doing the house tour. She's judgmental about everything. We knew that was coming. Fast forward, Labubu needs a car because she needs to find a job. She needs some freedom to get around when Mr. Man goes to work at 7 a.m. And she'd just be stuck in the house if she does not get some mode of transportation. Generally, as she's been visiting, she rents cars, obviously, but that is too expensive to be doing living there on the ground. So they go to a dealership. She wants to get a little, cheap knock
This
around.
pissed me off about him, not them.
He tells them you can get a little 5K cash car or whatever at the dealership. I'll take you if you want to do something luxury. I'll take you to the luxury dealership, but you want a little cash car situation. I'll take you to the regular joint. So he takes them to the dealership, and there is no such thing as a $5,000 cash car anymore. and
No.
and I understood where he was coming from because once upon a time you can go get a $7,000 cash car.
Mm.
Go to Maryland at Eastern Motors. Your job's your credit. Whatever the case is, there are lots all where you can go and get cash cars for a nominal fee. But I think between import costs and all of that,
Yeah,
it
because
ain't happening.
I recalled the last one of the what was it before the 90 days? One of them we watched where the black lady had she was in love with somebody in Italy or somewhere, and she had an export business in the DR. She was in love with the man
Oh
in DR. She
yeah,
was a
yeah, yeah,
doctor
yeah,
out in
yeah.
Houston,
Yep,
and
I remember.
she had the old boy in DR, and she bought the exotic car business.
Mm-hmm.
And they were explaining how because of the import export tax is so high,
Yep.
like that's why the cars are so expensive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I recalled when I was watching this because I was like, where are you gonna get no 5,000 whatever?
Maybe it's been a while since he's purchased a car. So
Yeah.
we'll go with that. He drops them off at the dealership. They're looking around. Um, Uncle Timothy is helping them, find a vehicle, giving them different price ranges, etc., etc. It's not gonna happen. Everything's too expensive. Wasn't in her budget. They're leaving, and that's when Mother drops the "I'm cutting you off financially" conversation because she lets us know that she has sent that girl no less than $20,000 in all of the times that she's been visiting and to visit Aruba. Um, she's been her little cash cow, and she's like, at this point, you're making a choice. You're making a choice to make this move. This is not vacation. This is not holiday. You are making a choice to make this move, and at this point, you have no plans. So I'm not getting ready to keep I'm not your pimp, and I'm not your bankroll. I'm not your sugar mama. So I'm gonna have to cut you off. You got to figure out your own way if you're gonna continue on with this life. And your girl was very defensive for someone who has no plan and needs help.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why Chris was like, ooh, you could tell Mama's against the wall. She's on the ropes. Because she is not only because I will say she didn't ask her mother to finance anything in this particular moment, but her mother was like, though, but it's implied, like you are going to ask me for money, and I know it because you've done it before and you're gonna do it again, and we're at a point where like you are no longer in my care anymore.
Uh huh.
Like you
By
don't live with
choice.
me anymore. by choice. You've made a conscious decision for this person, Jonathan, to be your provider, since you refuse to do it on your own.
Because I gave you the job to provide for yourself back over here, and over here you have so you need a car to get back and forth to work. Where are you going back and forth to work? I know you're not going. Where are you going to work? What you gonna do?
You don't have a car yet. You don't have a job yet.
What are you going to do out there?
You can't legally work.
No. What are you going to do out there? So, no, she did not ask her in that moment for the money for the car, but what she did say that confirmed everything that her mother said financially, because that's it, was she acts like I've been asking her for all of this money. She likes to help me.
Yeah.
So it's that mentality right there. I was like, oh yeah. And also, your big grown mother is not getting ready to lie about the financial assistance that she's giving you.
Right. Now, what Chris was like, he was like, well, I could see why her mother drug her along so long. He was like, let me guess. So you divorcee? And I was like, yep. Oh, yeah. And I was like, she a single mom? I was like, yep. And I was like, so she's definitely gotten to the point where the guilt train is running out. And so Chloe don't necessarily know how to handle that because she's never not lived in that spotlight.
Yep.
So she's going to have a more, and we both had a discussion like she's going to take this out on him.
Also, because she's already spoiled and like unrealistic, and the other side to that too is that not only is it about time for her to release her financially anyway, not only has that time clock, that hourglass run up for the guilt, she set her up for this release, and she essentially Moesha'd the situation and said, I don't want no Saturn, I'm moving to Aruba. So her mother's like, okay, well, you made this decision, girl, so fund yourself, because I literally have not only just like spoiled you to death, I provided you a space to provide for yourself, and you're not doing that because you have chosen to be in love with a pirate.
Yeah. Anyway, I just realized the last episode they only focused on 3 couples.
They're only doing a few couples each episode, actually, I noticed now. Yeah. Maybe since they shortened the episodes.
That is true, because they're only an hour.
Yeah, they used to be an hour and a half.
Let's move on. That was them, by the way. The thing I was happy with that. Let's move on to who I swore wasn't going to come back, but here they are. Madelein and
Luke. Because why you on me?
This stripper. You know how I are. They meet a la Catfish, they meet at like some like plaza situation, like she comes from this side, he came from this side.
Yeah.
And
why was she walking like that? Were her shoes too big? I know them. Yeah, I know the pants was too big, but I was like, it was giving like do. Like I was like, why is she walking like that? Maybe she
walked like that. I never paid attention.
Maybe because she always has on some sort of kitten heel or something. But she was in some big sneakers and a bathing suit.
Yeah, with sweats over it. It's weird.
It's very Gen Z.
So like, yeah, she's not as she's immature in a lot of ways. But when it comes to business and hustling, mama is. She came in. So Luke was like, I'm trying to forgive her, and or I want her to forgive me and all this stuff. And he's like, I want
another chance.
Like another chance, baby, please. before she goes into this, she has already decided, like, oh no, I am. Hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Hey, Luke. Come on, little pot belly schmoop.
So yeah, she goes in like wanting to, with the understanding that no, I'm single, but I want to make sure that our businesses are straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
remember he's co-owner of the salon that's the only profitable businesses they
Mag
got.
Beauty.
And then they're trying to do this luxury hotel situation. Remember his thing was like, I ain't putting her on the hotel, her name on the hotel, because his daddy said don't do it. And she was like, well, I ain't get married to you until you put my name on it. So we're at an impasse.
She also said, I have facilitated the majority of these negotiations. So you couldn't do it. She's the one running my booty successfully.
So he just kind of gives in and it's just like, okay, fine, we'll be business partners. But he's crying and because of the fact that she's like, I'm single now, nigga. Like, I don't want you.
She came in on some. When we was together, we said if we ever broke up, we would still be business partners. So I want to make sure now that we are broken up, because like you said, I am a single woman now, that we following through on all of that. Thank you very much.
So he's crying, begging, pleading. And she's like, fine, like, I'll give you a chance, just not now and not in the future right now. Like, you got to prove yourself to be a decent human being, and then I will consider thinking about giving you a chance.
Through your act, but she said he needs to prove it through his actions.
Right. So then he gets an idea to get a spiritual cleanse, and he forces her to take him.
Olympia.
Yes, they go. She's very confused through this whole scenario, not to the ceremony, but as to why she needs to be a part. She said, I ain't on a stripper.
She also said, I Catholic, so I don't believe in witchcraft.
Yeah, she don't believe in the thing. So they go down to the they go down and meet with the spiritualist.
Yes.
And she performs a ceremony. Apparently he had a lot of it is basically to like to reset his hoe, like, you know what I mean? It was just like to clear out his.
And I cracked up because Bruja said, excuse me, if you decide you want to go back to the same lifestyle, you will get physically ill.
And after the story I read on the internet today, people, I usually just think men would anything. There's porn out there with men watermelons, but like women too will anything, and so I just really like people will anything, and I say that to say because Luke,
he's a pigeon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, he looks like, I like to sing about the Muna and the Juna and the Springer. Like, he gives that. Like, it looks like that kind of bird. Like,
The haircut don't help either.
Yeah.
And those boots.
Yeah.
I was like, these wingtip boots, I hate them. That's just a me thing, though.
Yeah. It's not for me.
I don't care what they do. But
Me either, but I was just trying to like, well, if he's doing the ceremony to get rid of cleanse his sexual
whore
past, yeah. I'm like, she was like, "There's a lot of it in there," and I was like, "Ew, how?" Like, you know, like I don't.
I know. Because he's just so.
Uh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, just like yeasty.
Big bowl of cream of wheat.
Yeah, no sugar, no cinnamon, no butter, no nothing.
Yeah.
But you know, she's still in love with him in whatever way she can be at her capacity of age and opportunities.
But
So,
this also re-irritated her, and so
oh,
the
absolutely.
next episode they're probably gonna get back together.
She never
Barf,
she
barf
never
to
got
you or something like
unirritated. Let's be clear. Like she never released it. So this, you know, this just continued. It's the way she talks. She's like, he's so stupid. He's just an idiot. And I'm like, bro, do you like, you know what the real problem is here outside of the fact that she's 12 and he's in a relationship with a 12-year-old which speaks to him? He does not love himself. That's why he
that.
wears them
No.
stupid fur coats and all of that. He doesn't love
Yeah, that's why he wears
himself.
fur coats in the summertime.
Because why do you want to be with somebody who talk to you like this? And as much as she does have validity in a lot of the stuff that she says, also she's exaggerating the scene a bit. You know what I'm saying? He never has his money together. He's cheating all over the place. I'm like, he had a bachelor party that we all watched at his homeboy's house, and that financial stuff is still shaky and up in the air because I feel like both of y'all, both of y'all are at fault with that wedding. I feel like you kept slipping in there, and I'm not saying that that he is a prize, but Madelein is also using him for the opportunities that work for her. He's terrible at business, so of course you're going to use his investment for your legit ideas and things like that. You know what I'm saying? She's probably the best thing that ever happened to him business wise. But mama is still playing a game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Greta and Mateo. Matthew Potter
Velma?
didn't think she would be the one to turn. I thought it was gonna be him.
Same. Velma
Yep.
drains my. Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, she is. I had a feeling she was gonna be draining, but I didn't think that it was going to be to the point where like I don't sympathy for white men is a strong.
No, I'm gonna tell you what she's giving. Hold on. And I cracked up at that intro, at their little intro, you know, whatever you want to call that thing, because I said they look like Brandy and Monica at the '98 VMAs. Remember when Brandy was
Polar.
but Brandy was singing all Maddie. Okay, hold on. I'm about to show you what she gives. This is of different culture but same energy. Let's see here. Hold on. Where you at, Franiqua? Me and Fran share very specific memes with each other.
Who made this flan? It's disgusting. They don't know how to cook. This rice has no color. Y'all don't know? Y'all never heard of sazon? No, the only coquito I drink is my own, okay? I do it the best. I'm fine with water. No, I don't eat that. Thank you. Pero mija, this plant is dead. Just
a complaint about everything. Just unpleasant, never satisfied. This you was mad there wasn't enough space in it. Okay, anyway, started off and there was
So they're going to go find a place to live. Now, again, I don't know where the Greta be going shopping for her clothing. Like she wants to live in Bridgerton
you
so bad.
know where she goes shopping for her clothing.
PetSmart?
Probably for pieces, but she thrifts. Also, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's nothing in her. There's nothing in her closet that is not secondhand.
I will tell you. Oh no, not the sound. There's another spot. Hold on. What's that? Oh.
Like she goes to Poshmark exclusively.
She probably does some mod cloth or some secondhand mod cloth. Oh no, please, you. There's other places. You know who she dresses? No, I can't say that. Cause I like this person, but she do you follow the Black Forager?
No.
I love her. She's a quirky black girl who teaches how to forage. Okay, she tells you what's gonna kill you, what's not gonna kill you, what you can do with. Very cool. I love her because, like I said, she's a quirky black girl. You know what I'm saying? You could tell Mama likes a Ren Fair. She's a good time. They dress the same though.
Berries and cream, berries and cream.
Yeah.
So the place that they're going to go see is still in the country. Remember, she wanted to. Main reason she moved to London is so that she could live in a walkable city. Because she's from Oklahoma, and that's not a thing.
The main reason she moved to England is so she could be with her. She gave up her degree, her bar, all. She gave up all her to be with a. And you didn't move to London, bitch. You moved to England, and you'd been there, and you knew what the you were getting yourself into. Sorry.
Yeah. Now, they thought they were going to go see an apartment, but it turned into seeing a full-blown house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she says some spicy shit from jump. She's like, well, if he's concerned with finances, then why pay for space we don't need?
Valid.
She's still hot under the collar about the massages that she can't get from Massage Envy.
She hasn't been settled since she got there, friend. She's
no. She's
still hot from giving up her cat back in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's her bad.
Exactly.
She shouldn't have gave up her damn cat. So they go tour this home, and it's pretty. It's big for them, I'll say that.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms.
But it's just a standard home.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go into the secondary bedroom, and the realtor makes a joke, and so does Matthew, about having children and having twins in this room, and typical heterosexual humor.
Yeah.
Or as what Durand Bernard would say, default humor.
That's good.
Yeah. So she then, as in every episode since she's been on, steamrolls herself into an existential crisis.
I mean, Charlie Brown in the air well over everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. 3 bedroom. Well, this is, and the other problem is that this had a storybook fantasy about how she was getting ready to move to England and live in the Secret Garden or Notting Hill
fucking
or Paddington
Tales
Bear,
or whatever.
Exactly, or whatever the British else. That's what she thought her little life was about to be. I thought we were gonna get an intimate flat where we're making vegan meals and throwing flour on each other's noses and booping each other. And girl,
be honest, nothing about that is sexy or romantic.
Not a single fucking thing.
Like England and like white romance, it seems like it gives very they're in a cave. Do you know that meme where I think I sent it to you, or where that white woman who is as soon as it turns 5 o'clock and she gets out of work and it's dark outside, she's like, "Come on, sister, we have to prepare the soup." And it's that's what I feel. England is oftentimes. So it's when you talk to me about the romance and when I think about white men have such a weird romanticism of English stuff like you said, Notting Hill or Bridget Jones's Diary, and they just they all become Anglophiles for the wrong reason. It's so weird.
I bet it's I bet the way we think, because I think the same thing as you. I'm well, when you go to England, you go to 1862. What do you mean? It's chimney sweeps and blah, blah, blah. It's not what it is at all.
It's starting time.
I went to London and it was clean New York. But but the rest of it I ain't been to. But I know what I envision. I bet when they think of America, they automatically think of Ohio. You know what I'm saying? It's
or Bayside High.
Exactly. No representation of anything I've ever known. Like, so I feel like maybe that's the same. But this bitch wanted to have some sort of hybrid rom-com fantasy of a life straight out the goddamn gate too. Like as soon as she stepped off the plane, and she's never first you mad the nigga's bedroom is too crammed with shit. Now you mad the house got too much space. I did laugh at the spicy comment about the money because I was like, no, that's valid. That was probably the only valid thing she said. But also, if you find a home with space that costs the same of what you're going to get, a little intimate flat where you can cook our little vegan meals, then get the space. You was just complaining about space. What? You can't bring your cat because there's not enough space. Wouldn't you love for Mittens to run around this freely?
She one of them people that would gladly get like an apartment in New York that's a studio, but like
in Chinatown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
we both live in a 450 square feet,
and we live on Mulberry Street, and it's like the fantasy.
It's a 600 square foot apartment for the two of them. Not even 450 square feet for the apartment for two of them. So they get they're for cats. Like, you know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, you're right.
Anywho, that was them.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, also, he bulldozes her every time she tries to bring up the fact that she didn't want to live in the country. He'd be like, oh, okay, shut the fuck up. And that was the...
But also, sorry. Also, if this was the other side of things, and I got to figure out how to figure out stuff, where we going to live, cost effective, my job that I have, because you ain't got one, so forth and so on. If you are moving to me and I am from Ohio, and you say, I want to move to New York, that is not realistic. So manage our expectations. She need to go back home and get off this show. Mm-hmm. And she don't want kids now.
And stop watching Netflix.
Stop watching
it's
Lifetime.
Everything. They got odd new movies, and they have Gilmore Girls there. This is fueling her brain with
yeah, girl. No, go turn on the HBO Max and watch Welcome to Derry. That's what you need to do.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna save this for the main show, whatever we report. But I watched the first episode of All Is Fair.
All Is Fair.
All Is Fair, and it's a new show. I'll let you go see who's in it. Well, I'll tell everybody. It's that new show. It's the Ryan Murphy show with Kim Kardashian as the lead.
You said enough.
But
I don't need to see anymore.
Well, the reason why I watched it was not because of her. It's because everybody else I enjoy. Niecy Nash Betts, Naomi Watts, Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, Tiana Taylor. Who else? I'm missing somebody. Either way, there's a whole bunch. Like, all of these people are like iconic, and you know.
Oh. Okay. Elizabeth Berkley.
And when I tell you,
how is it all of them and Kim Kardashian?
Because Ryan Murphy is a white gay.
Okay, you're right. You said enough.
And you know how people bow to the will of the white homosexual. And Tyler Perry.
Keep going.
But I'm just saying, like the show, like it is. I rarely find things unwatchable. I've watched MILF Manor, okay, and that's peak awful television.
Wait, what is this about? Hold on.
But
it's a legal drama.
It is. Drama is a strong word.
Halle Berry was supposed to be in it.
Is...
What is going on?
Dodged a bullet.
She did. Okay, hold on. 5% watchable on Rotten Tomatoes. A 3 out of 10 on IMDb.
I was reading the reviews, which made me go watch it because they're awful. So I watched the first episode.
That makes me really sad to hear that something with Glenn Close and Sarah Paulson is awful.
Well, Glenn Close has lost her mind the last few years. She's been being liberal. She's been saying nappy and shit. Remember she played a white mama to a black...
Wait.
Yeah, she had a black daughter in a Netflix movie.
Oh, hold on, Glenn Close.
Where have you been?
Nappy pussy. I don't know. I died. Let me see. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Deliverance?
Mm.
Oh, wait. No, this is... Stop it. You see, TikTok? That's a bad place. Oh, okay. Hold on. YouTube. The f-
I can smell your nappy.
I cannot with anything at all. Turn it off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yo. Okay.
Anywho, next.
No.
We have to move on.
Who wrote that?
I think that's is that a Will Packard movie or it's not Tilapia. It's another one.
Okay, I'll get.
But anywho.
All right, come on.
Let's talk about Pattiya and Dylan.
Crikey.
So, they get home. She got off the plane. She now lives in Tasmania. And so he owns a few rental properties. And so he took one of them and decided to just renovate it. And so now they actually have a whole house for them to live in. So work. And it's cute. It's a standard 3-2.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Oh, they still exist. Oh, but they're endangered. Tasmanian devils.
Mm-hmm. He's a simple kind of guy. He likes the non-extravagant lifestyle, whereas she does. They keep trying to express how much of a difference or they are. Like he has, they have a strong conversation about food. He's very rigid. I saw where he was coming from, though.
Sure, but he's racist.
Because I don't know if he's racist. However, he has the right to consume what he wants with his, for his own body. He probably is one of those types that if he deviates from his diet, he will. His livelihood is his body.
Yes, that I understood all of that. This was also so extreme, but yes. For how his body looks. Not saying I like
He's also old.
He's 38.
That body at 38, you got to do a lot to keep that up.
Because there's no fat to be found. And it makes sense for everything that they said that he does with it. He don't put no seasoning on his food. He weighs his food. He's very specific about what he eats. 100 grams of kangaroo a day with however many grams of brown rice. Now, you know that I know people eat kangaroo. I know that exists.
Yeah, I told you I've had kangaroo. It's not for me.
It's gamey.
It's to them. It's their beef.
They say that it makes for better oxtail. Now I don't know. I haven't tried that theory. But somebody said they made some oxtail-like dish, but using
braised kangaroo, essentially.
Yep. And they got the meat from the market.
It would make sense because it is very tough.
Let me see how kangaroo meat looks. I've had ostrich, which I don't need to eat that again.
They sell that at Bear Burger. Is Bear Burger still open in New York?
Yes. Not the one in the village, though. They're
I
like
never liked that one anymore.
several locations. I didn't like that
only
one
like
either.
the one on.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Ooh, some of it looks like Satan. Yeah, some of it looks like beef. Maybe this is the way these people prepared it. He also is clearly of British origin, right? Because regardless of what you choose to do with the fats, you can still season your food. And he threw a piece of salmon in that pan. Bare.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like beef.
Yeah. Like raw, it looks like like it looks like beef.
Yeah.
It's just it just has a different like a this is like if
as oxtail.
like if your cow ate, like different type of grass. Like, it's like
I don't like that I just look down at my phone because it's on that YouTube video. It says in big capital letters, I can smell your nappy. Scrolling across my screen. Oh. Sometimes sold as oxtail. Now hold on now. Okay, go ahead.
Well, she cooks ethnically. I want to say she's Thai or she's of some Asian descent.
Does she tell
because
us? What's her name? Priyanka? What's her name? Pattiya.
Pattiya. Pattiya. But either way, they both are at an impasse when it comes to food. Anywho, his mom calls and she comes over. And remember, they don't have the best relationship. His mother comes over and she comes with gifts and things. And his mother is like, I don't have a problem with her. She has a problem with me.
It's me.
Because we probably, what she didn't say, it was like, she don't like me because we're the same age. And the fact that, essentially, she believes that Pattiya does not like her because of the relationship that she has with her son. But which really means that Pattiya is jealous of his mama because
they're close. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
And
of all the unbalanced, weird type of relationships that we've seen in the course of like watching so many things, this didn't give me unhealthy. And he said I speak to my mom about 3 times a week. Somebody who is as attached as she tried to make it seem is like talking to their mom all day, every day. Mom, what do I do if I do? They didn't give that to me at all.
They had a regular mother-son relationship. I was expecting some Lannister love type happening, but
or her mom or his mom to come in like a complete. She came in with yellow flowers, local cookies, and a hug. And Pattiya was the one with the energy. Pattiya asked him how long his mother was staying before she even got there. So his mom might have a point.
She hints at her out of control spending, and it's like kind of sort of like she makes like a joke about it, but it's clear that Dylan has told his mother her personal business.
That was a little.
And so Pattiya is like feeling a ways towards his mama, but it's like, no, girl, take that up with because he's the one that's all doing all this bullshit shit with his mama. But that was right with him.
Yeah. We'll see how Pattiya was fake nice the whole time, and it will come to a head at some point. I feel like it might. It's good. I don't know. It might end up. Maybe we'll see a different side of them, or maybe we'll see her have a completely irrational reaction to a very healthy mother-son relationship. I don't know.
That was them. Last but not least, oh boy. I can't wait until there's a lot of like spin-offs of 90 Day Fiance. I would happily watch one with Manon.
It's so funny
She
you say that because Whitney cannot stand Manon.
I can see why. I just feel as though she is she's so she has a lot of life
She has a lot of
and
life in her. Yes, a lot
she
of
has a lot
character.
of life in her and she has a lot of emotion, a lot of
Yeah,
feeling.
it's a lot to
And
release.
yes, and
She's like
but
a
she's
little
also
French
kind of a baddie
gasket.
at the same time. And
Yeah.
so it's like
She is.
yeah,
She
yes, a little French
is.
gasket. Yeah, she's a big ball of emotions, I will say that. So we have a lot to cover with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Anthony,
I told you.
Anthony's French is pretty bad.
It's better than mine.
Uh, he started learning the language when they started dating,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been together for quite a while, and he's very much like Zoot alors, like that kind of stuff.
Voila. But I do. But
Yeah,
he speaks more than you would
yeah.
think with that horrible. He does that
He
accent on purpose, first of all.
Yes, he does. He
But that
does. But
lady
he
understood
also is.
everything he was saying in that patisserie.
Yeah, she also was like, I don't have time for this. Hurry up and order.
She was
I'm
not
tired.
amused at all. And
No.
Manon did not
Mm-mm.
pick. Manon don't care because she's letting him
She
essentially
didn't pick it
cry.
up either.
She's like cry it out linguistically. Like that is
Mm-hmm,
she's doing a
mm-hmm,
cry it
mm-hmm,
out method with him
mm-hmm,
linguistically. So
mm-hmm. So, Ben is going to get baptized, and all of her family is coming, extended family included. Now, remember, Manon has said from the very, very beginning that she fled France because her family was on some shit,
war on
right? Remember,
family, yeah.
she felt like she was the black sheep, and
Hmm.
so she was able to find herself and find her voice and find happiness out in California. But she's trying to bury the hatchet since she's gonna have to be here en France,
Uh-huh.
and so why not just bring all the family together? Now, Anthony is not religious at all. In
Mm-mm.
fact, he'll look a bit of an atheist.
Yeah, if
Um,
not agnostic,
and
he don't
no,
subscribe to the
because that's what at
organized.
first I thought I was. I was like, oh, okay, agnostic. And then as he kept talking, I said, oh,
You
okay,
might.
King, you solid,
I don't
you
know which
solid in it.
full
Got it.
direction, but I know that organized religion
Yeah,
is not his jam.
yeah, that's not for him. So he's pretty much like, I'm doing this for you, Manon.
Yeah.
And however, Manon's response to this is kind of like, when we were in America, we did your way because we were in America. Now that we in my country, you got to do my way, which I thought was a little caustic and a little like rude, but also I kind of understood.
Yeah, kind of.
But also, you not that French either. Like like
And
Manon is
also, we see Manon, we see Anthony. Manon ain't never
yeah.
let Anthony just do.
No, no, at all.
You think she
That's why
ever
I look
sat
at her. I'm
back?
thoroughly entertained with her because I'm like,
Oh no, but she's the
girl,
problem. Like she,
yeah,
one of my literal notes is I'm starting to question this black sheep trope a bit, like
yeah.
because yeah, she's entertaining,
It's
but
that,
she's a problem.
yeah. Although I was fully on her side in the last episode, so I her sister and her sister's named Marie.
Hmm.
Marie and Manon have grown apart since she moved to LA.
And they've always been a bit
Man-
strained.
Now, Manon has a habit of putting bullets over gunshot wounds
Mm.
because she said, oh, me and my sister, we not that close, and I want to mend the relationship, so I'm gonna make her godmother. No. First of all, didn't she just meet Ben the other day?
Mm-hmm. Maybe she met him. I don't know. Have they? Maybe.
If the mom and dad
Whatever.
have only met the child once,
Oh,
Marie
did they
ain't
only
met
meet
the
the
child
child
more than
once?
once. Mm-hmm.
Oh, then
They've
yeah.
only met. They only met. Her parents only met Ben once when he was just born.
Oh, well, then she may not have met the child at all. You're right. She might not have known the
You
child.
see what I mean?
Might be
Like,
strangers.
it's like band-aid, bullet wound. You know. So after the ceremony, they all go out to Amista,
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful French restaurant.
Yeah.
All the food looked fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony and Manon, well, Manon gets a little sloshed, at the table.
Off of passion fruit
And
mojitos. Yum.
Yes, and so she gets to talk a little loose, and
Mhm.
so her and Anthony start talking nasty at the table. Like they ain't boned or did nothing in like quite some time, at least 2 months.
I also
And it sounded like she had
appreciated.
gave him head in like 8 months.
Yeah, it was the head. It was the head.
Mhm.
Which listen, that's a lot of work, but 8 months is long.
Yeah, girl.
I appreciated him calling her out though when she was like, "Oh, I don't know what I want to eat. Everything is going to be good because everything is good in France." And I said, and he was like, "Hold on, bitch. No, it's not. I had some nasty sausage the other day. You and I both know it." And to his point, the pastries, as we have talked about ad nauseum and probably never will stop, y'all did that. Y'all did that, and I expect white people to know what to do with the two main components that belong in croissants that are the same color as them. Like, you better know how to work with some flour and butter. I need you to know how to do it, and they do. The quality of the food far surpasses our quality of food. We know that. They're trying to kill us all. We just do the best we can with what we got. But when I went to France, I had many delicious things. Potatoes cooked perfectly. They know how to make a sauce. But everything was not delicious. Some stuff was mid. Some stuff was delicious just because the quality of the food was good. You know what I mean? It wasn't because you did anything phenomenal. So I appreciated it being like, no, not everything is good. What y'all do, you do very well. But not everything is good.
I told you I had that gout stew. It's weird.
Oh,
I
you
was
talking
like,
about
I'm cool on
cassoulet?
this. Cassoulet.
I knew it.
I was like, oh, gout pot pie. Work.
Cassoulet is like, I felt like it felt very like familiar to me when we had to make it in culinary school, because I was like, I'm supposed to simmer these beans with a ham hock, put some duck legs in it, some fat. And some
Yeah.
I was like, it's some
I will
sausages.
say a lot of French food is like peasant cooking.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of like.
It's not fancy. It's just
Yeah.
good. It's just
Yeah,
good
it's
quality
not.
and good. It's good. Let me be. I'm not trying to
It's
hate.
a lot of fat into it. Yeah, it's just.
It's a lot of fat, meat, flour, butter, and cream. Like, which all of those things are amazing. So why wouldn't most of the things be pretty
all
decent?
the things that they had in Les Miserables.
Which is
You know?
where I always put France at anyway. And if you go to France, you're going back in time.
Yeah. So, Manon, after they start talking nasty at the table, she like has like she turns around, she starts talking to her cousin.
Yeah.
And she all of a sudden Manon has like a mini breakdown
Yeah.
in another existential crisis because she feels like a failure because she had to leave LA. And her mom and daddy was like, "Girl, we proud of you. Like, it's okay." Like, they do it all in French. It's very muzzy, if you will. So she's more passion fruit mojitos come, and her mom was kind of like, "Girl, you might want to ease up," because they keep like virgin, and she's like, I say no fucking virgin, like
And
no.
I feel like, man, and I don't know if it's because she was mic'd and nobody else was. They was on the booms or what. I said, if they're all mic'd, Manon is screaming.
Yeah.
Like I was screaming.
Oh, so she gets a little bit more liquid courage, and so she turns to the right and she sees her Aunt Christine.
I look over to the
So
left.
I looked and I was like, oh, she looked like a hellion. So I believe everything that Manon said. So
Same.
Manon had said that her aunt spread the rumor that Manon was talking about folks in the family.
Yeah.
And so Manon was like, I'm going to go clear the air.
Yeah.
Now, everybody looked on edge. Everybody was like, oh, sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu.
Oh. Like, oh my God. And mind you, all Manon does was sit down. Even the aunt was shook. That's how I know she was lying and she was the be-all of the situation.
You know why else you know she's the bitch? Because when Manon sit down, the first thing she said was, "Parlez manger, how is your food?" And the aunt was like,
Yeah.
"The cheese was hard." And I was like, "Oh, she's a demon."
Yeah. You the problem.
Yeah.
And so I too thought Manon was gonna curse her out, but she did not.
No.
She was like, I'm happy that you came. We're gonna let bygones be bygones. We can squash it. If we need to bring it up later, you know where I be. We can shoot a fair one, but as of right now, we cool. We here, we see each other. It's everything is love. And her Aunt Christine was like, yes, everything is love. It's cool. Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Blame it on the River Lee. All that. Meanwhile, Marie and
They're watching like
is, like turning blue, waited with bated breath because they think Manon gonna hit her with the right hook. And it's nothing but calmness. Even this scenario that we're talking to, it's very quiet and very them. Like, I don't even know how they even. Probably they were on edge because they couldn't hear anything. Because I'm like, if y'all would have heard something, y'all would know how calm this. Anyway, Manon gets up, she done, and off camera, she gets into it with Marie.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to curse Maria. Because Marie was like, this is my family too. You come here and you're disrupting everything. And Manon's like, what are you talking about?
Like it was a peaceful
happened.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so she keeps going on and she storms off. And so Manon's like, well, fuck you because blah, 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 blah. And then her parents come and get involved. And this is where it becomes extremely unfair. Because, you can tell that they protect Marie.
Yes. Yes, they do.
I'm assuming Marie is the youngest.
That's what I think. I don't know. They didn't confirm.
The two?
She looks younger. Like visibly, like she looks young. I think there's a lot of things going on here. Manon clearly has a big personality, and it's obvious that is not new.
No.
Manon is a person filled with theatrics. I think theatrics is less negative than
that's a
dramatic.
proper word.
She wears her emotions on her sleeve. This is how she emotes and expresses. And I have seen many scenarios with people like that they are not always received well, especially when people think you should be a certain way and don't make. It's the same mistake they make in education, where every child doesn't learn the same, but they give them the same the same way and expect these results. And it's like, nah, you gotta tailor this because everybody is different. And so it feels like her parents don't know how to deal with all of that from her, and her family doesn't know how to deal like all of that from her, and that's where the black sheep trope comes into play. I also think Manon is a little bit unreasonable sometimes, And she doesn't stop and listen to what the other people have to say as well. Because the other side to that is, if you are a person who is filled with the theatrics and your first instinct is to start yelling, that's going to shut people down in a conversation. So we got to find some sort of middle ground where we are honoring the type of personality you have and how you express, and hearing what you're saying and not the way you're saying it. But she also has to take a step back because she got these issues with Anthony. She has these issues with her own family. And then we saw her out the gate have a fight with his family. Was his sister a bit out of pocket? Absolutely. But like, may not be ready to go as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's multiple things happening here. And I can see the perception of her parents taking her sister's side. Not that that's okay. I can see, because all of their personalities come across very similarly. But they also don't put forth the work to learn how to work with Manon's personality, and probably never really have.
No. Kind of everybody's the ass here.
Yeah. Yeah. That aunt sure is.
Sure is. She's still causing mess.
She is.
But that was them for the last two episodes. We'll be back with more the next time another episode drops. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we drop a brand new episode here on the YouTube.
That's right.
So until next time, friends. Bye.